Alright, so here is my 2022 yard display. First time doing this. We just moved into this house 3 months ago, so didn't have much time to focus on this, but I'm pretty happy with where it's at. I've got 10 minutes on my phone, so I'm going to try to make this quick. Here we have this cedar lawn fence that I saw an idea on YouTube. Can't remember his name, but he's a pretty big haunt DIYer, so shout out to that guy. This was really inexpensive and really effective. I think it was like 20 bucks for this whole side and then that side as well. And then Dollar Tree, these things are cool because you could just add them to anything and it makes it look a little bit more creepy. We have the DIY witches, again Dollar Tree skulls. I had the 1x2 stakes, and then I just cut up some sheets and got some Dollar Tree spooky fabric. I made those hats out of felt and hot glue. Then we have the cauldron. Cauldron's from Target for about 35 bucks, probably the best prop that they have. The actual TP is made out of 1x2s, and I brad nailed the sticks to it so that it gives it more organic look. And it's really rigid, so I'm not worried about it breaking. That little burning ember skeleton pile, the effect doesn't really come off at night because this light over here is actually red, and so you don't really see that. I'm gonna have to figure out something how I could make that effect a little bit more strong, maybe next year or this year, we'll see. And then again, just decorative fencing. This is gonna stay up all year though. This is really nice looking and adds to whatever season you're wanting to decorate for. It's just a little decorative walkway entrance. And then over here is probably the best prop of the haunt, and it's kind of like a little interactive display. It's a flesh hut. Got inspiration from, I think his name's Oak Lane Cemetery. He had something similar to this little witch's hut, and 1x2s, corrugated shed roofing, and some burlap. So probably altogether $20 for the 1x2s, $20 for the sheet of corrugated roofing, and $20 for the burlap. It's about 60 bucks to make that. It is lashed together, so it is a temporary structure. It is not rigid. Well, it's rigid enough, you know. It's like it's about as structural as a pop-up tent. So if anybody has a problem with it, I could take it down. I hope that doesn't happen, but you never know. So it's not permanent at all, and it is staked into the ground like this. So yeah, we got some DIY flesh out of plastic. Again, got some inspiration from Oak Lane Cemetery, I think his name was. He had some awesome props, and he doesn't really do DIYs, but he shows off his props and he'll answer questions in the comments. So here's the inside, just again some more creepy stuff, sort of like corpsed out bats, and I've got a really cool gator pelt. This is one of my favorites, and it looks quite effective. I mean, especially from driving by, I made sure that you could see it from the street as you're driving by. This again looks way better at night whenever it's lit up, so make sure to make another update whenever it's lit up, probably tonight. And then those corn husks or corn stalks from Lowe's are about $10. Probably one of the most bang for buck items that you could get as a haunter. And if you wanted, you could make like a whole maze for a couple $100. Not super inexpensive, but if you wanted to do it, it's possible. And so moving on, we got this is the 7-foot witch from Lowe's. And again, I have some DIY videos coming of how to make this stuff, but this witch typically comes in more of like a very cutesy Halloween style. It's still creepy, but it's definitely more like portrayed as like a Disney witch. This one, I switched it up to make it more swampy. Added some bones to her belt and some weird spiritual looking stuff. Got the ram skull from Spirit and just some tassels and DIY stuff, and added some paint to her face. This is lit by this outdoor floodlight that changes color, so I could change the color every day if I wanted to, and it really affects her great. It lights up her eyes. I don't have this thing turned on, it's just a static prop. I don't really plan on having her animate except for maybe on Halloween, when I set up a trigger for her to, actuate, or animate. So for now, she's just a static prop, and really I feel like it's more realistic and creepy, to be honest, as opposed to having like glowing yellow eyes and like a blue orb in her hand. I do wish, or maybe I will try to light that orb some way in the future. We'll just have to see. And then I just have some props in here. This is where I plan on having like candy and maybe sitting out here on Halloween to see if any kids want to come over here, check out the display. Might do some jump scares, who knows. Then one of my favorites is actually this goat. People have stopped already and asked about the goat. It is just a really creepy goat. Supposed to, I guess, symbolize like Baphomet, one of the satanic deities that might be associated with a swamp witch. If you've ever watched The Witch, it's a pretty well-known movie. There's a really creepy black goat in that movie, so I actually made that, and I'll make sure to post a DIY before it gets too late in the month, but these will probably only gain traction next year anyways. But if anybody's interested, there will be a DIY on the goat. And again, there's some solar lighting here that is all key lighting like certain props in this display. It's just key lighting. It's not really motivated by anything. I wouldn't even call it realistic, but hey, it's Halloween, so but it's kind of cool. It kind of makes, there's a little girl over here petting the goat the other day, and then there's actually a corpsed out skeleton on the tree, which is pretty cool. And I mean, kind of no huge theme here. I guess it's all kind of swamp witchy, but nothing too crazy as far as the theme goes, because I do have like random Halloween trick-or-treat sort of cemetery gravestones around here, just some random pumpkins because that's what Halloween's about. So that's pretty much the display in the daytime. I'll make sure to come out here at night to show it off, and then if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll make sure to answer them for you. That's my display for 2022. Let me know if you like it. I definitely like the way it came out. It looks really good and fills up the yard quite well, and it's nice because our driveway is on the other side of the house, so this is the main thing you see coming down that corner, and we're just one street off the main road, so you could easily come by and check it out. This is in Ocala, so if you're anywhere near Ocala and you want to come through and check it out, by all means. That reminds me, I am going to have to make a sign today because I want to make sure that people understand that they can come up here and check it out, and look around if they want to and take pictures, but I don't want to have anybody going past like this boundary line, so I'm going to make some signs, probably put a little plaque up front just to pull it all together and make sure that people know that next year it's going to be even bigger. So again, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to pop them in the comments box. Don't forget to go out there and create your own adventure however you can, whether it's mountain biking or creating these awesome elaborate haunted yards for pure entertainment and just enjoyment. See you on the next one.